time over at Rick Rubin's house trying to figure out what we were going to. Tim and Brad and I knew we wanted to play together, and we listened to a lot of Bad Motorfinger, and we are just like, that guy's just sounds great. He doesn't just sound great, there's something that's like kind of scary about it. Like the melodies are great, but the lyrics are really kind of dark, and like, who is this person? And like with these haunting lyrics and this kind of fury in his voice, and we're like, well, we need to talk to that guy and see if we can make a match. And so Rick and I drive up to Ojai, where Chris lived at the time. And now Rick is in my 1985 Chevrolet Astro van. Now Rick Rubin is great, but he's fancy. And the only time he drives anywhere is like in a Rolls Royce that's inside another Rolls Royce, right? Like he's not going. So it must be serious because we're in my van, right? We drive up to Ojai and it's getting dark. It's like dusk. And Chris lives at the end of the windiest, mysterious hill, and it's this kind of Spanish-style castle at the top, of course, and it's getting a little bit darker. We pull in, there's some motorcycles in the driveway, and then a long, winding, full-on Dracul staircase that goes up to the front door, and we pull in, and Rick and I are kind of like, And then, I swear to you, just like in the Addams Family, the front door, these gilded front doors, open of their own accord, and out walks, Chris was like 6'2", like this lanky figure, comes out the door and begins walking down the steps, and Rick turns to me and goes, "Let's get the fuck out of here." There's no record worth what might happen to us. It is getting dark. Turn this van around and let's get the fuck out of here. Fortunately, we had the courage to hang on and have a meeting, and Chris, of course, we spent 6 years together in Audioslave, made 3 records I'm very, very proud of. He's one of the, here's the thing about Chris is like he always had some demons, but he was able for 52 years to harness those demons to make some of the greatest rock and roll that anybody ever made. So here's
those are some of the more melodic records that you did. Can you talk to us a little bit about like sort of what effect that had on your overall, sort of style playing, or what transformed from you after?
Sure. Yeah, because like with Rage Against the Machine was like the James Brown formula. Everything came back to the one. I think in 4 Rage Against the Machine albums there might not be a single chord change in the entire catalog. It's the relentless returning to the one. When we started playing with Chris, who has this incredible sort of melodic sensibility, it pushed us to do chord progressions and to play music that we hadn't before, which is tremendously exciting as a guitarist and as a songwriter, as an artist, and working with him. And it pushed my guitar playing, because now all of a sudden it's not just making R2-D2 noises and barnyard animal noises and whatnot over these kind of linear music. I now can play off of the chords, and I'd like to share one of those with you now.
Great.
This solo was the first time the band played through the song. I improvised this solo, and I played it every time in the studio and every time since. So let's check it out. Hit it.
Amazing. The
Super
boss.
melodic. Yeah. The boss.
Let's talk
yes.
the boss. How did you in the world end up playing with Bruce Springsteen in the